For over 2 years, the world has watched the war in Ukraine unfold with cities reduced to rubble, thousands of lives lost. Now, there may be a glimmer of hope. A 30-day ceasefire has been agreed upon between Ukraine and Russia, brokered by the United States. So, could this mark the beginning of the end, or is it just another geopolitical maneuver in a war filled with broken promises and shifting battle lines? Let's break it down. After months of escalating tensions, US President Donald Trump, Russian President Vladimir Putin, and Ukrainian President Zelensky held a series of high-stakes phone calls this week. Trump described his conversation with Zelensky as a very good discussion, while Zelensky called it substantive and frank. Well, of course, this comes after a harrowing meeting at the Oval Office last month, during which Trump accused Zelensky of gambling with World War III. Now, following an hour-long call, Ukraine and Russia have agreed in principle to a limited ceasefire. But here is the catch: the ceasefire remains vague, with no clear timeline for implementation or specific targets that would be off limits. Before Trump's call with Zelensky, he held a 2-hour-long conversation with Putin, during which both leaders agreed on the need for peace and de-escalation. However, Putin's conditions remain steep: complete halt to US and NATO assistance to Ukraine, Ukraine must formally renounce its NATO ambitions, Kyiv should scale down its armed forces, Ukraine must safeguard the Russian language and culture within its borders. Of course, Zelensky has outright rejected these demands, but the US has reaffirmed that its intelligence and defense aid will continue. Before speaking to Trump, Zelensky dismissed the ceasefire pledge as at odds with reality, citing continued Russian drone strikes on Ukrainian infrastructure. And Moscow, on the other hand, insists it has halted attacks on Ukraine's energy facilities, while simultaneously accusing Kyiv of targeting Russian equipment near a key pipeline. So, for now, this ceasefire is partial, a small step, but far from a lasting peace. Talks will continue in Saudi Arabia, where technical teams from the US, Ukraine, and Russia will discuss the ceasefire details. Ukraine has made its stance clear: no deal will involve surrendering occupied land. So, this halt is indeed a semblance of peace, but with both sides blaming each other, the road to peace is anything but smooth. Stay tuned to Business Standard as we track the story, and follow and subscribe to Business Standard for more such videos.